In this tutorial, today we are going to learn how to make a drop-down list. This is the first order drop-down list and this is the second order drop-down list. So we are going to know how to create this drop-down list as a whole to a certain navigation menu or menu bar. This is the final output of what we are going to learn today. So in order to doing so, first of all, we are going back to our project stylesheet.css, and here we are going to make some amendments, such as this is the background. I would like to make this background fixed. This is the first thing. And the second thing is I'm going to import a particular font family here. So I am getting back to Google. All I am doing here, I am just importing this font family into our project. Then I am getting back to menu bar UL list A. Now get back to your project and reload. And you can see that these changes have taken place. Now the problem is we are missing this background, so all we have to do, we have to reactivate this background color over here that we have made this change in our menu bar UL list item. So let's get back to our project, reload, and you can see that the background color is now changed. And another thing, we have changed this background size cover to a fixed position. Now as we are aware of this creating of this simple horizontal menu bar here, so we won't repeat this factor over here. All we are going to do, we are now concentrating on making some drop down list. Now all we have to do, we have to define the menu bar UL here. That means you are now defining the second order UL list. In this case, list style will be none. Leave it up to here, and all you need to do, you need to mention this menu bar UL list. In this case, you have to mention float none. So far this is it. Get back to index.html and suppose that I am just copying this thing from here and pasting it inside flowers. So if we press Ctrl S and get back to our project and reload, we can see that this sort of things will happen. Everything is quite smart now, nothing is in order, so we have to make these things in order. And how is it? So that is why we are getting back to stylesheet.css, and in the first place where we have defined menu bar UL list as, here we are just adding this property position relative. And in the second case where menu bar UL unordered lists first order has been defined, this is actually the second order unordered list that we have to mention. Here I have made this position as absolute. Now if you have mentioned the position as absolute, then you have to mention the margin here. So all we need to do, we need to make it as from top, it will leave a margin of 40 pixels, and from left it will provide nothing. So just make it and get back to your project and reload. Now you can see that the unordered list is now appearing in the same place where it should appear, under this flower, and everything in the first order list, home, about us, flowers, specials, contact, every these sort of things, those are now aligned into the order, in the same order that we have intended to be. Now all you have to do, you need to make this thing into a little bit of order, because this thing has stretched horizontally. Now we have a horizontal scroller. It is not an acceptable manner of presenting your website. So we need to fix it. In doing so, the first thing, we need to categorize these things. We need to make some border right thing to make that this is the borderline, this is the first block of list item. This is the second block of list item. So all we are doing here, we are getting back to our first order unordered list item. So all we are doing here, we are providing a border right in this place. This is the border right position. Now if we get back to our project and reload, then we can see this sort of thing may happen. This is not editable. This contact is now descending down from its original position. This whole menu bar item, it is at a width of 800 pixels and there are 5 list items, and you have placed each list item to 160 pixels. But you have provided this border as a 1 pixel solid, and due to this additional 5 pixel border prohibition over here, that is why this list item is descending down. So all we need to do, we need to make some amendment over there. And the second thing is, we don't want this border right option at the end of this list item. That means we are not wishing to provide any kind of border right option in the last menu bar, in the last child item of this menu. So all we are doing, we are now just getting back to here, and we are providing another last child option. Now we are introducing here the last child option, and here we are mentioning that no border right is needed for this last child element. This last child is actually a pseudo class that is appearing, and it entails that no such property border right is needed in the last item of this menu bar item. Now press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload, and you can see that the border right option has been disappeared from the last child item of this menu bar. Now all we need to do, we need to get back to our project, and first of all make the amendment over here, which is 159. Now we are pressing this 159 pixels. That means we are reducing this width of the block to 159 pixels each. Now press Ctrl S, get back to your project, reload, and you can see that everything is in order, it is in position as it was in the first place. And this is the thing that is appearing over here. It is actually taking another 800 pixels starting from this flower position for this second order unordered list. So all we need to do, we need to make some amendment over here. We have stated the list style, the position, the top and the left position, made the position as absolute, but we never mentioned the width. So we need to mention the width here, width 159 pixels. Get back to your project, reload, and you can see that it is now back in position. So we can see that there's a drop down list in the flowers position, as we have kept this drop down list to the flower position in index.html. So we need to make that third order list this time. So we are getting back to our project, stylesheet.css, and here another thing, no border right option will appear over here. We need to make it none. The second thing is, there will be a border bottom of 1 pixel solid, and provide the same color over here. Here it is. Get back to your project, reload, and you can see that the similar color is now appearing under this one. So now all you need to do, you need to mention another third order list. So we are providing that third order list, customizing that third order list over here, which is menu bar UL, and it will have a left margin of 100%. In this flower segment, okay, now change these things first. I am providing this one, orchid or whatever it is, I don't know any more flower name actually. So just get back here, press reload, and you can see that the flower name have been changed here. And now in case of this one, suppose in case of Mammalia, or in case of Camellia, whatever you want. You are creating another list item, another unordered list over here. Just copy these first three names, these first three list items, and create another unordered list. You have created another unordered list in this position, which is known as Camellia. So this Camellia, this is the second order unordered list, and this under this Camellia option, you are creating another unordered list, which is home, about us, or whatever it is. Anything you may provide over here, it doesn't make any difference. Now you need to get back to your project and reload, and you can see that another third order list has been generated. But this time it has a little bit of difference. It is now deviating a little bit of upward. So all we need to do, we need to mention here top 1 pix. That means it will leave 1 pix of flat margin from the top. Now if you reload, now you can see that it is now descending down. So it is appearing under this Camellia option. Now copy this menu bar UL list item, come back over here and provide these following names. Provide the following syntax over here. So all we are providing this option. The background color will be changed in this case, and the font color will be changed. Get back to your project, reload. We can see that the color is changed, but the background color is not being changed over here. So what is the problem going on? What problem have we done so far? There it is. Just get back to your project, reload. Now you can see that the background color is getting changed, as well as the font color that so far we have provided here. Now the final touch. We have made everything perfect in order. If you create another list item in this about us position, just get back to your index.html, copy something. I am just copying here. There is nothing to make difference. I am creating another list item over here under another UL. That means another unordered list item. Just come back over here and press Ctrl S. First of all, paste these things over here, and now after we have successfully created another list under About Us section, now just get back to your project, press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload. Now you can see that another list item has been generated over here. So these are the two list items so far that has been generated. Now the question is, these things are visible practically. All we need to do, whenever we are hovering this mouse in About Us, it drops down a particular list over here, and on removing this mouse from About Us or from flowers, these unordered list items, those were appearing under this About Us or flowers, they should be removed. So all we need to do, the final touch that we are left here, that we have to do before anything of it, get back to UL and provide this particular term, visibility hidden. So this is the thing that we need to do. We need to get back to our initial position where we have created this list item, and here we need to provide now. If we press Ctrl S and get back to our project, now we can see on hovering they are appearing as they should have. You see the drop down list, those are working perfectly over here. So this is the final thing that we had to do. Actually what we are doing here, just make it sure these are the list items, home, about us, flowers, special, these are the list items, and we are intending to make that on mouse hover onto these list items, this unordered list will appear on hovering the mouse into this list items. So that is the original purpose of this syntax line. That means in this case, the menu bar class under which an UL unordered list order is appearing, under which unordered list the list items are appearing, on hover action UL, that means unordered lists, will be visible. So this is the purpose of this syntax. So that is what we are doing here. Home, about us, flowers, and these are the things. On mouse hovering, we can see that a drop down list is appearing beneath these things, beneath these segments. Likewise, you may create any unordered list under any list item or menu item over here. So this is it. This is the drop down list so far. I hope you have liked this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, do not forget to hit that red subscribe button. Hope to see you in the next class. Thanks for watching. Bye.